Welcome back to the channel. It's Nathan Payne. Thanks for tuning in. And today we're going to be talking about how to improve sales in real estate business. Check it out because I can't wait to tell you what I got for you. Look, you're going to want to watch this video because if you have a business and you want to make more money, what I'm going to tell you is going to help you 10x your sales and how much money you're making just from a couple tips that I'm going to share with you. Stay tuned. You're also going to learn why sales are necessary in real estate, how doing one daily activity can change everything in your business, how changing into the consultant instead of the salesman or the sales rep can help you multiply and 10x your business, and why accountability is necessary for you to succeed in your business. Whether you have a wholesaling business, rental business, a fix and flip business, whatever it has to do in the real estate industry, improving on your sales is literally the lifeblood of your business flourishing and being better. If you aren't good at the sales process, it doesn't matter what exit strategy you're using to taking over these properties, whether you're flipping them, wholesaling them, keeping them, it doesn't matter. If you're not good at talking to sellers and generating deals, generating leads, then you're going to struggle. And that's why being really good at this sales process and sales in general for your business is so important. If you get a bunch of leads that you pay for, let's just say you start marketing, you start sending out mailers, you start sending out text messages, cold calling, RVM, pay-per-click, you get a bunch of leads coming in of sellers saying, I want to sell my house, but you don't know how to work with them, you don't know the sales process, you don't know how to make offers, you just screw up all the deals and you make low offers and you don't know how to kind of negotiate or talk with them, you're going to waste a lot of money. And I know because when I first started, I went out and spent a ton of money on marketing because that's what I thought you needed to do. I thought you needed to find motivated seller leads, and once you did, everything was fine. That's not the case. When I first started, I spent $10,000 on mailers. I pulled a list, mailed it out in Salt Lake City, Utah, had about 30 people call me from spending $10,000 on mailers, and I blew it. I didn't get a single deal, and that can be super stressful. That can be discouraging when you're brand new, and it's because my sales process was weak. I didn't know what I was doing. And if you're going to run a business, you can't afford to pay for that marketing. You can't afford to give it to sales reps that stink and that are going to blow all the deals and blow your money. You're going to be out of business in seconds. So again, improving and mastering the sales process in your business is key. So what we're talking about today is business, your business succeeding in sales, not just you, because if you're by yourself, then yes, you need to be good. But if you're going to have a business, your business needs to be the best at it. What's the one daily activity that's really the game changer? With all the things you can do in real estate, there's so many different activities you can do. Like, what's the one thing? All right, so let's kind of list the things you can do, the KPIs, the key performance indicators that are necessary to get a deal, and let's define it. Let's just track one thing that's going to make the big difference. Calling. You can call people, but is that really going to make the difference? Well, it doesn't really matter if you call 1,000 people and one person answers. So calling isn't really the one thing that's going to change the game. Is it conversations? How many conversations you have? Well, that's super important. Is it how many buyers you talk to that you can sell your deals to? Is it how many deals you analyze? Let's say you analyze 1,000 deals. Is that going to help you get more deals? Well, I mean, if you don't talk to someone and make an offer, it doesn't matter. So what's the one thing that's going to get you making money, right? And getting your business to the next level. And this thing is called offers. Okay, it's making an offer. If you never make an offer to a seller, if you call them all the time, if you have good conversations, that's not getting you closer to getting a deal done. If you analyze their deals, if you have buyers, that's not getting you anywhere. The offer is what's going to get you paid. It's going to move the transaction forward. So here is the one thing you need to do daily that's going to change the game. You need to make at least 5 offers a day, okay? If you can't make 5 offers a day, make 3. If you can't do 3, make 1. You just got to at least make 1 a day, and that will help you get closer. That's how real estate is. If you want to buy something, you got to make someone an offer. And that's how it is in anything. If you want to buy anything, you got to make an offer to someone. That's why when you talk to sellers, they always say, what's your offer? Just give me your offer. That's all they want from you. That's the juice. So if your business is able to produce 1 offer in your whole business a day, your business stinks. It's not going anywhere. That's why Open Door, OfferPad, all these iBuyers, what were they the best at before they tanked because the market, shifted? They were the best at making offers. That's all they did. Every day they'd send you, I don't know if anybody that's watching this has ever gotten an Open Door offer, but you open it up, it's a letter, it just gives you an offer on your house. Same with, Redfin, all these other ones, OfferPad. they make you offers. If you're not making enough offers in your business, you're not really gonna go anywhere. So that is the one activity out of everything that you feel like is important, that's the most important thing to do. Make offers to sellers. So one of the things that helped my company explode and get way better at sales is changing our mentality of how we talk to sellers. Like I told you in the past, I used to be in door-to-door sales, and I used to just try and convince people on why my benefits of my product or my service was best for them. Since coming in this industry and in real estate, I've learned that that does not work. You can't just sit in front of someone and convince them to sell your house to you at a discount. It just doesn't work. So what has changed for me and in my business, and what will change for you and your business, is if the sales team turns from trying to convince people to trying to consult people, trying to figure out what their problem is, what's going on and how you can help them, what options they've explored. If you're able to do that with sellers, it's going to be a game changer. Another thing that's going to really help your business explode and 10x the amount of deals you do and the amount of money you make is holding your team accountable. If there's no accountability in place, then your sales reps are going to go from making 10 calls a day to making 1 if you don't hold them accountable. Because if you're paying them, let's say you're paying them a salary and you're paying them despite their output or what they bring in, they're eventually just going to slack off. Okay, so holding people accountable is huge. So something that helped me a ton in my business was holding daily accountability meetings, or we call them daily huddles. I mean, you can call them whatever you want, but basically what you do is in the morning before the day starts is you role play, you catch up, and you review the previous day's numbers. You review the KPIs. So what it would look like is if the KPIs or for the amount of conversations is 20 conversations a day and 50 calls, for example. It's higher than that. But if you go and sit down with your sales rep in the daily huddle and you say, hey, Sean, it looks like you made 1 call yesterday and it looks like you had 0 conversations. What the heck happened? Then you hear their excuses or whatever. I mean, there's really no excuse if your job is to make, a certain amount of calls and conversations, but you can, everyone has them. Everyone has excuses, but you would have that accountability. Now, let's say Sean, for example, never stayed at that number of calls and conversations, but you never checked in. You didn't check in daily. Maybe you checked in every month. Then you're not going to be able to fix that problem. And that's why accountability is so important with sales and your business, because if you don't hold your people accountable, they're going to slack off. That's just what's going to happen, okay? That just happens for everything. Accountability measuring is the key to succeed and to improve. If it's not measured, it can't be improved. Before I move on to the next points of the video, I want to ask you a favor. Can you please like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon? It would really help me out to get the algorithm going so we can get this content in front of more people. And again, it would help me out. I appreciate it. So please do that. Take some time to do that, and let's jump right back in. So a way to 10x your business and make way more money in sales is to teach your sales reps the different extra strategies that exist in real estate. Now, if you only have one tool in your tool belt, you're not going to be able to fix a lot. If you only have one arrow in your quiver, you're not going to be able to kill as much or hit as much targets. It's the same thing with real estate. If all you know how to do is wholesale and make low offers, you're not going to get a lot of deals. And that's why training your team how to do all the extra strategies, all the ways that they can make money off of a property is going to help you improve your sales. So let me give you some examples. So let's say a seller wants to sell their house. Their house is worth $200,000. They owe $170,000. There's like a $30,000 difference, and you need for this house to be a house you can wholesale, you need it at $120,000, for example. So you say, Mr. Seller, I know you want $200,000, but your house is really, if you listed it on the market, it'd really be worth like $170,000, and if you listed it at that price, you're not even getting $170,000 because you have to pay all the commissions and fees, and I need to be at $120,000. He says, look, the seller says, hey, I owe $170,000. I have to sell it for that. I'm going to lose money. So you as a wholesaler, if that's the only way you know how to make money, you're going to lose out on that deal. But if you train your sales team how to work with deals like that, then they can make money on that. So what you would do to the seller is you'd say, hey, look, I know you're in a rough situation. What I can do for you is I can take over the payments of the property, and we can work out a creative finance deal where I can take over your payments. Maybe I can give you a little bit money up front. Maybe I can give you some money in the future, but I'm going to have to pay this house off over time. We'll get you out of it. You don't have to make the payments. You don't have to worry about anything. I got it covered. So that's called creative financing. And if your sales team doesn't know how to do that, then they're going to miss out on tons of deals. So you need to learn how to be able to do creative financing and teach your team that, especially with the way the market's going. There's going to be a lot of properties that are either underwater or that aren't worth as much as people bought them for over the last 2 years. Okay, so creative financing. Wholesaling is a tool. You need to learn how to be able to do fix and flips. Fix and flips are pretty simple. Instead of wholesaling, you just buy it and you flip it yourself. You need to be able to do novations. If you don't know what novations are, you're basically agreeing to list the seller's house for them with a power of attorney or an attorney in fact. So there's so many different extra strategies to work with. So if you don't know how to do those things, your sales team is going to lose out on a lot of money. So if we're talking about in this video how to improve your sales and improve the sales in your business, teach your team how to do all the extra strategies. I have a great and free gift for you guys. So if you really enjoyed the content that I had here and you want to improve your business and the sales skills of your team, go to my mind map that I give out for absolutely free. Click on the link below and it's going to show you all the extra strategies that you can use so your business and the sales people in your organization can know exactly what options to present to sellers so you can make money.